All right, y'all. All right. We got a lot to talk about tonight. Well, actually, we're a little light tonight. I'm gonna be real with y'all, but there is a great topic to talk about tonight because wow, The Flash has absolutely collapsed at the box office, y'all. Collapsed. But before we get into that discussion, guys, I just want to say happy Pride Month, guys. Support for my guys, gals, and non-binary pals in the LGBTQIA plus community. Thank you so much for all you do. Thank you for your support, and I support you. Love y'all because love is love, baby. No matter who it is, it's always love. But y'all, we are going to be talking a lot about The Flash today because, whoa, this is messy, y'all. This is messy to have their second weekend be like one of the, like a record-breaking damn near drop is terrible. I mean, I'm talking a higher percentage drop than Black Adam, and a higher percentage drop than Shazam. Not that those made much more, but still, that's abysmal. And buy one, get one free. Y'all, okay, let me quit. Let me stop. Let's get my co-host with the most in here, man. What's going on, Loretto? How are you, bro?
Yo, I'm going to celebrate for Spider-Man. Back on top, baby. Doing good. You know, had a long weekend, worked really hard. I got to see my heroes the other night. Blink-182, shouts out them. And also... Great. From my end, shouts out Happy Pride. It's an awesome weekend. I hope everyone's having a good time. I'm ready to talk shop, man.
Man, it's crazy how the mighty have fallen. How the mighty have fallen. Let's just say that. But we got our man Laser in the house. What's going on, man? He's got a lot of love for you tonight, Lo.
Appreciate you, Laser.
Appreciate you, man. We're gonna start with our very first segment. Your height, baby. Y'all, let us know your height from 1 to 10 for these upcoming movies, y'all. We are starting off with Challengers, which broke the damn internet, didn't it?
It did.
Loretto, I'm gonna kick it to you, bro, because I don't want to see a peep of this. I haven't watched the trailer. I ain't read no synopses.
Really? Well, I'm sure you saw the photos.
I love you. Yeah. I was like, I just saw Zendaya. And I'm like, yeah, and I saw the couple of kissing and stuff. I was like, ooh, it's hot in here. But man, where you feeling scale 1 to 10? How you feeling about this one?
Okay, so guys, I gotta preface this by saying, like, man, when I watched the trailer, I didn't realize it until it popped up on the screen. This was a Luca Guadagnino picture.
Guadagnino?
Yeah. So we're talking about a guy, you know, he of course, he's a talented filmmaker. Call Me by Your Name was huge. Bones and All just recently came out last year.
Bones and All was really good too.
I liked Bones and All. I know some people didn't like the cannibalism stuff, but I mean, the fact is, he's a good storyteller.
Yeah, Suspiria 2018.
Yeah, Suspiria was good, and it was interesting, Leo, especially because you haven't seen the trailer. It doesn't feel like his movie, which I'm very intrigued by this because, you know, I kind of appreciate when a director can go outside of their box, outside of their comfort zone. So I gotta tell you, it does feel like when you first watch the trailer, it feels like a typical sports like drama because Zendaya is like a Venus Williams type, like Titan superstar. Yeah. But then we get into that scene, and you know, she's with the two fellas, and it's like, okay, this, you know, it kind of reminded me of like Y Tu Mama Tambien. I think that was Cuarón, right?
Yeah.
So there were some dynamics there where I can see where Luca puts his stamp on the picture, but I really don't know what the hell it's about otherwise. You know, I don't want to spoil it because you haven't seen the trailer yet, but like something, you know, Zendaya's career goes off in a different path, and I guess the two dudes that she was linked with, they go in a different path, and then they come back when they're older. It's weird. I will say this. I'll just say I'm tentatively at a 6.5 because I feel like this could be a good film, but this also could just be one of those films where it's a blip on that director's filmography where, like, maybe it just didn't go the way they imagined, because it does the tone and the vibe. I really don't know what he's going for here, because like I said, the way the trailer's cut, maybe it feels like a cookie cutter sports drama. And then he casually throws in like, oh, by the way, there's a threesome, and it's like, it just, I don't know what to make of it. It's such a jarring shift in tone, and I saw the trailer, I still can't tell you what the hell the movie's about. So,
oh shit! Even after seeing the trailer, listen, man, it sounds like a good time to me because I'll be honest, I did not watch a trailer for Bones and All.
Okay,
but I knew what was going on with the cannibalism and such. I knew what was going on there. But right. I'm not gonna front with you. Having not seen a trailer, I walked into this movie and I thought I was gonna get like this horror gore filled. I was like, nah, that's not what I got.
Yeah,
I thought there was gonna be a lot more like of that eating, you know. Like I was like, I think we're in for some creepy, and I was like, oh, that wasn't even scary, bro.
But you know, in that defense of that film, the trailers were perfect. Like the trailers, because to me, the trailers didn't sell it as a horror film. It was just a fucking creepy ass
romance,
weird romance, but it was kind of weird, especially with Mark Rylance's character. So
yeah, it's like, oh well.
That guy
walked out, and I was like, oh. After I was done watching, I was kind of like, oh, I wanted a little more like horror kind of.
Yeah.
So I was like,
that guy was creepy though.
Yeah, he was. Oh, he was so creepy. Mark Rylance, that was one of his best in a while. I mean, honestly, that was fantastic. But yeah, that was creepy. For me, it got Zendaya, the trailer getting hot and heavy. I'm going to have to go with a 9 out of 10 in terms of excitement.
Oh, by the way, like my hype for the film is mid, but the internet wins just because of all the Tom Holland memes.
Me,
Tom
bro.
Holland just
Have to pull up this Tom Holland crying.
Oh man, hey,
Tom
good job,
Holland
internet.
did,
They
bro.
it never fails, man.
Right? They were ahead of their time with this. Oh, look, he's like, is this the one that Tom Holland sobbed in? No, that's actually his new show on Apple TV Plus. But there's a lot of sobbing memes of him reacting to this trailer.
Right.
But yeah, challengers, man, 9 out of 10 for me, baby. 9 out of 10. But we'll talk about a trailer that we both saw. And it's at this point, I know I'm a broken record, I know. But I'm like, we need a Spider-Man, bro. Let's talk about Kraven the Hunter.
Oh, I can't wait to hear your take on this, bro.
So, what in the weirdest typical action movie type of deal? Like, what? I just want to know what the end goal of this universe is at this point. Because, okay, we're selling this like, oh, villains aren't born, they're made. And it's like, well, Morbius and Venom aren't really villains at this point. And I'm like, okay, is he not? He's protecting animals. He got bit by a lion and got powers.
Over here. They push right here.
It's like,
Hey, Leo,
what is going on?
can we fact check that? Because I don't remember that in the comic or the cartoon. Like,
no, I don't think
is that a
so
thing?
I think he's got the super strength. He's got the reflexes from a vaccine, but no, he does not communicate telepathically with animals. I was like, this is not good, bro. Like, honestly, I'm gonna tell you too. Like, some of the action looked kind of cool, but then it feels so dry. Like, it feels so uncreative. It feels like we've seen this plenty of times before. It just feels like we've seen this before. It feels so typical. Aaron Taylor Johnson doesn't even do the accent well. I'm gonna need somebody to check up on Russell Crowe because he's making all these damn super babies. First Superman, then he's Zeus, so he made Hercules. Now all of a sudden this motherfucker is playing Kraven's dad. I'm like, dude, okay. First and foremost, you got a better accent than Kraven in the trailer. Second, my man is in all these movies, all of them. And I'm telling you, Lo, I was going through the comments on the trailer and people were like, wait, isn't he Zeus? Like, what? General audiences are getting confused. They're like, well, I thought he was Zeus. Like, what is he doing in this? So it's like, okay, we're starting to confuse people, but let me not hold y'all here too long. Aaron Taylor Johnson looks cool. He looks in shape, but I'm sure he can get in shape for any great role he's doing. And I freaking loved him in Bullet Train. But I'm like, listen, this ain't it for me. 3 out of 10, bro. 3 out of 10.
It's nicer than me. I think off bat, like, I like Kraven as a character, but he doesn't need his own movie.
No,
Morbius, honestly, the anti-hero can work with Morbius, but he doesn't need his own movie. Like, Sony, like, I'm at a loss for words. You're right. The action like was kind of like very inconsistent because like there were moments in the Kraven trailer that looked a little cool, and then there was moments where I was just like, this, like, I mean, we've seen this before, and just them amplifying making him a little OP is like, okay, look, I get he's supposed to be a villain for Spider-Man in Sony's eyes, but you don't need to change the character. He just leave him as he is. Like, giving him all these abilities is kind of making him a little OP, in my opinion. And I'm happy for Russell Crowe. Russell Crowe is getting that bag from all the studios, all the superhero movies. I mean, from Man of Steel to Thor: Love and Thunder. But I like Aaron Taylor Johnson, but like you, I feel like he needs to get into something else. I don't think this is the move for him. I mean, great, you get to lead a superhero film, but I mean, ask Jared Leto how that's going for him right now. So, and even to an extent, maybe Tom Hardy, because I feel like minus Venom, he doesn't have a lot going on, and
he's locked into that crap.
Yeah, and I'm not, I'm be honest, I didn't like Venom. I didn't like Let There Be Carnage. So,
nope.
I'm at a 2. I'm probably not going to catch this in the theaters, if I'm being honest. I don't want to waste my time. I didn't watch Morbius. So, and when I was, and just
did you watch it though? Have you watched it?
No, I still haven't seen Morbius. And to this day, guys, I watched Let There Be Carnage in theaters, and I wished I didn't. So
That movie was a mess, bro. Like, honestly, what a mess.
Yeah.
What's up, Tyler? Can't wait for it to make $5 billion at the box office. Laser saying Aaron Taylor about to win that Oscar.
Oh God.
Or a raspberry. Like,
I know, right?
he about to get a Razzie. Because I am just,
We gotta do something.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at all these movies. I'm looking at the timeline of stuff they got. They got Madam Web. We're two Venom movies in. We're a Morbius movie in. This one, Madam Web. I'm going to assume that we've got the 6 there. Probably Venom, Vulture, since he's in this universe. Yes, they took Michael Keaton's Vulture, threw him over into this. Vulture, Morbius, Madam Web. I think Venom, Vulture, Morbius, Madam Web. Yep. Craven, and then El Muerto, which we'll talk about this a little later, but Bad Bunny done left the El Muerto. They done lost Bad Bunny.
I wonder what happened there. Like, that's really interesting to me. But we'll talk about that later.
Probably. There's a lot of things I think happened. I think this is a mess of a production, and I don't think can I be honest, Lo? I think they're kind of close to pulling the plug, possibly. Like, I think they're kind of like, okay, we're going to cast the reel out. We're going to see how Craven does. Madam Web's already in production, so I think they're possibly going to pull the plug. But, man, I don't know. Will Craven the Hunter make more money than The Flash?
Hey.
Yeah, you looking at this one, huh?
No, because like there's literally like I'm like swiping over here.
I'm like, this man is over here struggling with that.
Laser's got that eagle eyes, man. He doesn't miss a thing.
But man, let's move into the roundup, Lo. Let us know what we got coming up. But first up, all right, y'all. Let's talk about the latest news of the week, man. Let us know, Loretto, what we got coming up.
Right. So, just a perfect transition from Craven. Sony Pictures officially removed El Muerto from schedule, and lead star Bad Bunny left the project. That's actually why I kind of wanted to pause you for a second, Leo. So, I'm gonna just toss it right to you, man. I know you have some thoughts on this. I mean, what do you think's going on over here?
Man, I think, like I just said, y'all, I really think they don't know what to do with this. I think they're kind of like seeing the reaction to Craven. And part of me also thinks, too, that I'm like, do y'all want this hate? Like, are we kind of, because remember, they re-released Morbius in theaters because of the internet stuff. So because of the internet controversy, they were like, oh yeah, like let's re-release. Let's re-release it in theaters, and nobody showed up. So I think they're starting to see that maybe this is not the best idea. And I'm wondering if this even makes it to production, man. Like, I don't know that this is going to make it, but we'll see. I know a couple of details I'm not supposed to share, so I can't, but I know a little bit about where the story's going, and I'm just going to say it doesn't sound terrible, but it doesn't sound like anything we haven't seen before. So it feels very Craven.
You know, I just find this interesting because, like, for the second they announced it, this is a character that's appeared like what 3 or 4 times in the history of
Spidey. Yeah, I think 2 Spidey issues.
So, yeah, so they definitely jumped the gun, and I don't know if they were trying to bank on Bad Bunny or whatever, but it makes me wonder too. I mean, is this like a negotiation thing too, or like you said, maybe they're getting cold feet? Yeah,
maybe so. And I know Madam Web's around the corner too, but if Craven does bad at the box office, they're gonna have to just swap back to doing Venom movies. Like at that point, it's like just give the people what they want. Because with Venom, at least everybody knows that character, and they've built a following on the Venom stuff. Like Venom 1 and 2, them people showed up. For Venom 1 to make almost as much as BVS is like, okay, you got a moneymaker on your hands.
I also hate to admit it, but Venom, the character, is extremely popular, and I feel like that's like the one thing Sony's banking on. So
yeah, very, very popular. This version of Venom, that is very popular, and even the previous versions, very, very popular. So yeah, well said.
Yeah, no, this is definitely interesting, and I think before we move on to the next piece here, I just want to gauge your feelings on this. Are you hyped for Madam Web at all? Because I was intrigued before Craven came out or the trailer came out.
Yeah, after that trailer for Craven, no, I'm really not.
So not even your girl Sydney Sweeney could save this.
Nope. I just kind of feel like it just feels so undercooked. I don't know. It feels kind of like nobody really is putting that effort into this. It just feels
Yeah.
they crave hate. Yeah, they definitely are craving something. This ain't working out for me.
To kind of touch back on Craven, it feels forced, doesn't it?
Yes, it feels very like inorganic. Like it almost just feels like, oh, we took a random action movie with Aaron Taylor Johnson and put Craven over it. And it's like,
right. And it's like, oh, hey guys, this is a Spider-Man villain in our non-Spider-Man universe. Like, I can't believe that that's what they're trying to sell us on. So.
And they got the little spiders in the trailer crawling down the screen.
Oh,
that's like really.
That was hilarious. And it almost made me feel like, what's the point of that? He's not going to be in the movie.
Right? What are they even doing, man? What are they doing?
Oh, man. But we'll see. I feel bad for Bad Bunny. I don't know how good of an actor he is, but he was okay in Bullet Train. I thought it was a cool opportunity for him, but like we already discussed, like I think we brought this up on the previous show. Who asked for this movie, right? So
not us.
Yeah. So I don't know how many hearts were broken over this, but to move on to yet another disappointing bit of news for this roundup. San Diego Comic-Con 2023 may be severely lacking in panels as Marvel, Sony, Universal, and HBO plan to skip. From what I understood in the article I read, it's not entirely 100%, but a lot of it, like you said previously, Leo, has to do with the writer's strike, the WGA strike, and it's affecting what they can show. I think a lot of these studios don't have a lot to present to us, but I think this is a really disappointing, like somber news for fans that were, this event sold out again, and last year was so successful. We were all looking forward to it. I mean, me and you too, Leo. So I mean, this was a huge blow to our excitement for this. And do you have any more insight on exactly why some of these studios aren't showing up? Or
so I think it also has to do with the SAG is on the brink of striking as well. So I think that's a big part of it. Like a lot of actors won't be there, but I heard that Marvel did have plans prior to the strike. But whatever. I'm like, we'll see. I just think all we've got left is WB. Hopefully they pull through and hopefully they pull up. We got WB, we got Paramount, so maybe some Sonic stuff, and then we've got Amazon, which I mean, The Boys is all over the marketing, so we're gonna get some Boys stuff. But yeah. I mean, all H gonna be rough this year. Rough.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, like, so the article that I read said that if something gets resolved by the 30th, we might have a shot. But is that like a miracle at this point, like a Hail Mary?
Yeah, I think so, man. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see, but big disappointment. Big disappointment. I really think, I don't know, man. Like they're saying this now, and it's like Marvel could announce in 2 weeks that they'll be there. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's like it could easily turn over, and somebody's like, "Hey, actually, we are." So I don't know, but it is certainly a little disappointing.
Well, that's exactly why I use the verbiage that I use. I put may and they plan to skip, but I didn't want to make it concrete until we actually knew. So, as someone that's a first attendee, this will be my first time. This was such a bummer to hear, though, man. Oh man, like literally when I heard the news, I was just like shell shocked, man. I was just kind of like didn't know what to make of it,
Like,
but I mean, no matter what, I mean, I'm gonna enjoy myself. But I mean, I mean, I've seen the videos of previous Hall H experiences, and it's just like, just to know that I might not get that, it's just a little bit of a downer. So
yeah, we'll see. Maybe things will turn around. Hopefully,
fingers crossed, man. Man, we are flying through this. We don't have too much left, guys, but moving right along, like I mentioned at the top of the show, Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse reclaimed the #1 spot at the box office, while The Flash disappoints yet again. And I didn't want to type too much on the screen here, but like Leo said at the top of the show, it's a monumental, historic failure at this point, especially with like not only the money that they're losing, but just what the Flash represented for the DCU. And I think in previous shows, Leo iterated that this film isn't supposed to save the DCU, but it was supposed to help bring this DC back in the audience's graces in a good manner, and audiences are checked out. I don't know if it was Shazam Fury of the Gods. I don't know if it was Black Adam, but audiences are just not coming out for DC right now. And I think it's kind of unfortunate because we're going to talk about the movie in a little bit, but I hate to admit it. I actually kind of enjoyed The Flash too. So
I had a fun time with The Flash. I'm not going to front. I liked it, but it's getting its just desserts. I mean,
yo, hold up. I want to say what's up to Joe-san, but did you just pull out to join the show?
What
What's going on here?
Whoa! Whoa, Joe-san!
Hey, get
What
it. Hey, get it, man. Hey, do your thing, man.
What
We're not
have you
gonna
been up
stop
to
you.
this weekend? Okay, Joe-san, go ahead, man. We see you.
But yeah, Leo, I mean, like, are you surprised? Honestly, I threw on the Spider-Man shirt real quick because I want to say this is awesome. I'm glad that Across the Spider-Verse is starting to gain traction again. But I mean, I'm not surprised by this news with the Flash, but I mean, did you think it was gonna be this bad? Like,
Why
it's going
did you think
back,
it was gonna be this bad?
you know what I mean? Like going back a couple weeks. This is
I
nuts.
thought maybe it would at least make it like another week. You know what I mean? Like number one, maybe number two, but to come in number 4, right? Hold on, let me double check. I think I want to say it came in number 4, up under the new J-Law movie too. Let me double check on that. I'm gonna double check. Yeah, right above. So it's right above No Hard Feelings.
But I actually wanted to highlight this. On Friday night, No Hard Feelings was the top film. It beat everybody. So.
And on Wednesday, it was Spider-Verse followed by Elemental. So we're seeing that pattern carry over into Sunday. And yeah, Elemental made more than The Flash. Elemental, which, hey, I had a blast with Elemental. I liked it. I thought it was so cute. But listen, man, to see this fall 2 movies below from one Pixar, to me, one, it shows that Pixar is gaining a little steam back in theaters again. But I'm going to say something controversial, guys, and this is going to be very controversial. Brace yourself. I don't think we're ever going back to how movie going was. I think movie going in 2019, where Disney had 4 movies that got in the $1 billion club, I think that's over, bro. I think those days are over, period. I think you'll have Mario Brothers, you'll have your Top Gun Mavericks, you'll have your 800 million earners. I think the years of like, oh, there's been $8 billion movies in the box office this season, I think that's over, man. And I think we're seeing it with this oversaturation, because even when things are oversaturated, people flock to the theaters, because Aladdin and Lion King, Disney had $4 billion earners in 2019. Aladdin, Lion King, Endgame, and that's a $2 billion earner, and Toy Story 4. And so to go from that all the way down to a new original Pixar movie only making what this weekend $5 million, I think the old era of watching movies is over, bro. I think audiences got accustomed to the pandemic, day and date of release stuff happening, and I think that's stripped away.
That's how Laser feels, and I just want to piggyback on that, Laser. I think the pandemic has a lot to do with it. It changed the way households view movies, because like why waste time going to the theaters and cashing out when most of these films are coming to digital quick, or you know, a lot of people have like 4K surround sound setups and they could just sit on their own couch. Why go to the movie theater? So it's starting to get really scary for the movie going business. So
yeah, Fast X was in theaters for what, 20 days or something,
and it went straight to digital.
Peacock.
What the heck?
Like, wow.
Like, so, and it shows the state of the audience. Like, Universal just knew it. They were like, this movie's not going to make much more money. Let's just throw it on there.
And see, with them doing that, it's like it's pressuring the other studios to like, maybe we should move into a similar release strategy, because man, I'm telling some of these movies, they're gonna start. I think the next era is going to be that wave of, hey, it's been 20 days, guys, throw it on VOD. We're starting to see it already. I mean, we're in that era now. I act like it's not even here, but here's a question from Joe San. Yeah.
100%.
That's going to be our next number one box office next week.
100%.
Yeah,
and I think the nostalgia is going to come through for this one. And my only thing is I'm curious how much legs Indiana Jones will have, because word of mouth will be everything. The Rotten Tomato scores have been going up. It was a little shaky at first, especially with the Cannes premiere. Again, Disney, what the hell?
Hey, you know what they thought, Lo? They released Up at Cannes, and it had a positive reception. And then they had the Carl's date short. So I think they thought maybe like, oh, hey, like since it's got the Carl thing, just a thought. I guess they thought we've been successful at Cannes before, so we will be again. And a rom-com at Cannes, come on now.
I was going to say, they better not do it again.
A rom-com at Cannes.
Right. And also, I mean, no offense to, like, I love Harrison Ford and Indiana Jones, but I mean, I don't think that's a film I would premiere at Cannes, just personally. I mean,
no.
That's not the audience for it. Like, the audience there is not trying to watch blockbusters. They're at Cannes to watch more art house type films. So,
they don't want to hear that. They don't give a shit about all that. They're there to watch dramas, man. They're there to watch, deeper films with meaning, films that are artful. And not to say that these films aren't, but I'm just saying they're there to do different kinds of films most of the time. Now, if I'm ever at Cannes, I'll be like, listen there, front row seat. I'm there. But like, I know that most of the audience is not that excited.
Right.
They should have did it at like in Cali or something. Do an LA premiere. Like, let the critics in LA and the actors and actresses and the social media people of LA, they would eat that up. I don't know why they went with Cannes. That was a weird release strategy. But we got Laser here with a comment. Toy Story 4, Frozen 2, Rise of Skywalker, Aladdin, all those. That era's over, man. We're in the era of now is you get one Avatar a year. You get one No Way Home. Like, we're in this era now of like, okay, 2, 3 maybe movies are making $1 billion. The rest, you'll have didn't Top Gun Maverick top out at like 850 or something?
No, Top Gun hit $1 billion.
Okay, so it hit $1 billion. Yeah, why was I thinking 800? But so
no. Okay, so Top Gun I think did 8 domestic.
Yeah, you're
or
right.
something like that. But internationally, it got over $1 billion, like way over.
Because it was, I think it might have been an equal split. Where am I getting that from? The 800.
No, you're good.
I must be thinking of something else, but yeah, I think that's where you're going to see a lot of the bigger earners, the higher earners, will be that 600 to 800 million.
I was going to say,
Spider-Verse heading for that 600.
I was going to say, box office honestly is not my forte. It's not really my bag, but I also kind of feel like that 2019 year was an outlier. And I feel like
certainly it was a peak, though.
Yes, it was a high peak, and I think it gave studios the wrong impression because, like you said, I don't think we'll ever see that again.
Ever. That era's over.
So hopefully, I think studios got to temper their expectations. I think films that do between 500 to 800 mil should not be considered a failure.
Right. This marketing they're doing, I'm like, what are y'all spending on?
Right.
Because to have like Flash, like, I think it was something like a couple $100 million or something spent on.
I think it was between 200 and 300, and that blows my mind because apparently they spent more money than any other film this year on marketing. The Flash did
on TV spots specifically too. I was like, I think they spent like 28. No, it was something like 40 or 50 million on TV spots alone. Spots.
Right.
Come on now, y'all messed up with that. But this is a good comment here from MJ. James Gunn better be careful. I hope he didn't fuck up DC by trying to connect games, TV shows, animation, and movies in one universe. Yeah, we're going to have to wait and see how that pans out because I'm just going to say this about the new James Gunn DCU. Y'all got a lot of work to do. A lot of work. Because for your tentpole, one of your tentpole 5 or 6 to do numbers like that, the way this is performing right now, this was a 73% drop from the first weekend's box office earnings. And that is higher than Black Adam, which was 59, and Shazam, or might have been a little bit higher on Black Adam, but anyway, it was somewhere in the ballpark of like 46 for Shazam and 59 for Black Adam. That is horrendous that a tentpole hero of yours second weekend dropped way more than the other two heroes I named, who are way less known. People watch the Flash TV show and see they missed out. They missed out on getting Grant Gustin in this. And if they would have had Grant Gustin having a primary role, a Tobey Maguire style, or you even get Anthony Wesley Shipp. You have the three of them. Boom, you got your Toby, your Tom, your Andrew right there. Missed opportunity. Huge missed opportunity, man.
And instead, we got two Ezras, and one of them was really annoying.
Yeah, people say that about that younger Ezra, but I was like, well, okay. For me, I was like, it kind of added up. He had this extra parent, so it came out okay. Or John Wesley Shipp, Joe Son, I'm sorry. John Wesley, the original Flash. All that marketing, and only only person I saw doing press for Flash was Sasha Kaye. Yep. And Michael Keaton wasn't even there because he was, ain't he in something else coming up this year?
Shit, man, he is busy. I think isn't he? I don't know if he's working on Beetlejuice 2 yet, but
yeah, Beetlejuice 2. I think that was the conflict.
He is busy.
Stacked. He's stacked. Acolyte just canceled. What
is that confirmed? We need to vet that, MJ, because that'll break my heart if it's true.
Dude, I do need to play that Mortal Kombat 1 beta, but no gaming channel. Yeah, it said John Wesley Shipp. That's what I was talking about, John Wesley. But yeah, all I'm saying is this. They missed out. Big time.
Oh God, no.
They really missed out. They missed the mark. Flash came up a blunder. They probably thought, oh, nobody knows about the Ezra stuff. It'll be fine. No, everybody knew. People aren't dumb. People pay attention. People now view movies. When movies, back in 2019 and before, movies were an experience. It was a take your friends out, you and your friends go out, you and your date go out, you and your family goes out, you go out, and it's an event. Every movie was an event. Every movie was. Lo is struggling over there with that fly. Dang, poor guy. Every movie was an event, though. Now you have an option. I can just wait, man. I'll just wait for it to be on Netflix. It'll be there in 30 days.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, look, how many people didn't watch Morbius? And still haven't. So, yeah, we're
me guilty. But, actually, I wanted to bring this up while we're on the topic of, obviously the Flash, but do you think, I feel like a part of it too is, do you think the multiverse thing is kind of getting done to death? Obviously Everything Everywhere All at Once was the premier pick that cleaned up at the Oscars, and then No Way Home hit a billy, but do you think audiences are tiring of this format already?
Yeah. I think everything's a multiverse now.
Yeah.
Okay, you got Spider-Man, two of them. You got Everything Everywhere All at Once, Flash, Doctor Strange, something else that is coming up in the superhero spectrum that I'm not allowed to talk about also has a multiverse. So I'm like, dude, what are we doing?
You know what cracks me up though is I think a part of this is DC has been late to the party from day one.
And they are late.
Once again, they are late to the multiverse party. Late as
hell.
you can't make this stuff up. They missed out when Avengers was big, and they rushed the Justice League, and they have been playing catch up for a decade and just been stumbling every bit of the way, minus Aquaman.
And I share with you guys, I'm gonna share with y'all the release schedule that I thought was actually ideal for the DCEU. If they had basically most of the same movies, maybe a few, 2 or 3 here that are, well, hold on. First off, we got to look at this, dude. Sorry, I'm totally going off kilter here, but we gotta look at this real quick. So take a look at all the movies that failed at the box office for DC. I forgot to circle Justice League because Justice League also lost them money.
I know,
Now,
and that was supposed to be their big team up Avengers
Yeah,
style. It just
you have your
flopped.
Avengers style that flopped. You had your Trinity, BVS. Wonder Woman was in that movie. You had your Trinity in a movie, and it failed. I mean, it's not one of the ones that didn't bring in money, but still, it didn't bring in $1 billion. And to have the big team up, you got a tent pole in there. You got two tent poles, Wonder Woman 84, which pandemic ate that up. But I mean, that's a lot of movies, dude. So they're really, really gonna have to be careful with what goes on because that DCU, there's basically just no way around that. To be honest, there's no way it can come out an instant success if it's not great from the jump. But let me share this with y'all real quick. So I kind of just sat and thought about this, and obviously I was using a little bit of the movies that they had, but I was like, why wouldn't they start this off with Man of Steel, Batman, then Wonder Woman? Then you go BVS. Like, why did BVS have to be the second movie?
Right. And honestly, I think Batfleck, especially, he would have killed at the box office if Batfleck had a solo movie. Like the response to BVS was Batfleck was great, but he was just stuffed in there, like
stuffed. They had him stuffed up in that. But anyway,
and really quick before we forget, I just want to say, Tyler, I've been wanting this for years. A Michael Keaton Batman Beyond movie.
Oh, for real.
And apparently, if The Flash did well, we would have got it. And that breaks my heart. That just breaks my heart, man.
Joe San saying, wouldn't mind a Grant Gustin. What's going on, Andrew H? Thanks for pulling up, bro.
What's up, Andrew?
Favorite One Piece character is Zoro. I actually named a lot of my usernames as a kid Zolo576, which is from One Piece. Because here in the US, it was dubbed as Zolo, not Zoro, for obvious reasons. There's a hero called Zoro. So they didn't want to mix him up. So he's Zolo in like the original Tanami dub. So sorry for the for the weird side turn there. But yeah, it's like you do those three: BVS, Aquaman, The Flash, Zack Snyder's Justice League.
I think that would have worked well.
Yeah,
that would have worked well.
I had a Phase 2, Man of Steel 2, come out the gate with Superman again. Green Lanterns, not the Ryan Reynolds. Shazam, WW84, something way better than what we got. Aquaman 2, Batman 2, Justice League 2. Then you do Cyborg, Lanterns, you do Justice League 3 and 4. Then I feel like that's when you do Flashpoint. Because then it's like, okay, we're done. That's the end. The last chapter is Flashpoint. Now we can have Robert Pattinson, the Batman over here. We can have Joker. If they had done it just like this, they could now just profit off the Batman and Joker and big projects like that. But whatever.
I mean, what it could have been, right? I mean,
right. It's sad that we missed out, ain't it? Sad that we missed out. Batfleck at this point is just used as a background character, and same with Wonder Woman. Honestly, Wonder Woman sitting up here, a cameo machine.
I'm not gonna lie, that cracks me up. And I mean, not to laugh at Gal, I think she's great, but because what I hate about it is I love her as Wonder Woman, but she's just being used like as like a selling point. It feels like it's like,
yeah, throw her in the ad. Hey, there's Wonder Woman in the movie,
right? Like, yeah, WB and DC are just they need a lot of work, man.
Truly a huge issue, man. But guys, let's move on to our next segment here. Welcome to Movies of the Week, y'all. Let's talk about some movies we saw this week. We're going to start out with The Flash. Which, Lo, you're fresher off of it, man. So what did you think, bro? How did you feel about
Hold
it?
Hold on, are we spoiling?
No, I don't.
I mean,
yeah. Well, it's been out for a while. I'm sorry, Joe-san. I'm sorry, Laser. If you guys haven't seen, we might have to have you Dip in and come back. I'm sorry. Let's talk spoilers. We got to talk spoilers now.
Okay. So off bat, okay, minus the baby in the microwave thing.
Sorry, Laser.
Oh, I'm sorry, Laser.
I'm sorry, man. Go ahead and mute us, man, because at this point, we got to get the spoilers out. We're going to post it on the channel. So after you see it, you can come back, watch with with audio. Oh, Joe sounds like I saw it.
Joe sounds good.
Joe didn't like it much.
So look, minus the baby in the microwave.
Ridiculous.
Bizarre. But I mean, for a joke, sure, whatever. But I really, really, really liked the opening of The Flash. I felt like, oh my God, this is what DC's been missing. Like, where the hell has this been? Like, I loved him playing, and I love to see that Ben was actually involved in the movie. I thought from the first trailer, I thought it was just that scene where he's like, you could destroy everything, and then he gets in his car and drives away. I thought that was it. But we actually saw him in action. That was pretty cool. He had the chase on the bridge. I was like, fuck yeah. Pardon my language. I was just really excited. But and then I'll be honest, it kind of took a turn when he saw Other Barry. It got a little clunky for me at that point. And I, honestly, even for me, I felt like the film was at a crossroads where I think the narrative started to feel like, okay, what are we doing here? And then eventually we got to see Michael Keaton and all that. And but I felt like that. I don't know. I just felt like it could have been written in a better manner. And like you said, maybe it would have been better if Flash had another movie before this. It just felt
they needed another movie.
It felt like they ran into the same old problem where they're like, let's keep throwing shit in here and stir it up and see what comes out. And it really breaks my heart because, oh my God, my heart soared when we walked up to Bruce Wayne's mansion. And I don't know what it was. Like Michael Keaton, like he flipped the switch. And I swear it felt like I was watching Bruce Wayne from 1989.
Yeah, man.
20 years later, like, dude, the way he moved, the way he talked, his cadence with his speech, like that was him in the Batman 89, Batman Returns.
That same character. I was like, man.
It was him. And oh my God, like Michael Keaton, thank you. Like he just knocked out the park as someone that grew up on that Batman. It really, really, I almost got brought to tears seeing the damn Batmobile, and Barry's like, oh my God, this is cool.
But that Batmobile was so tight, bro.
Oh my God, dude. And then you know what got me too was the Justice League Barry typing on the freaking computer that Batman was using in the movies. Like it was the same computer. Yo, like so the nostalgia wins on that point. I mean, I know it's kind
of son with that ending.
So the nostalgia is a bit of a crutch nowadays, but for whatever reason, I think it worked for this movie.
It worked here, man.
And look, I loved Sasha. I think we needed more of her. And the last thing I'll say before I'll throw it back to you, man, is I liked the idea of what they were doing with watching the worlds collide. But okay, first of all, Christopher Reeve didn't feel right. It felt like we would have benefited from maybe like a silhouette or maybe like his back. Does that make sense, Leo?
Wait, I'm sorry. Repeat one more time. The audio cut out for me really briefly.
Oh, so for Christopher Reeve, I felt like that felt wrong. Like I felt like we should have just saw him from the back. Or or like a silhouette with the music, but it felt wrong to just use his face like that. And he's not around anymore. That didn't feel right to me. I know Star Wars did that with Tarkin, which I think honestly, I think we're getting into a territory where I don't think that's okay. But Nick Cage, I'm not gonna lie, I love that.
Yeah, that I was like, that was tight.
I
messed with that, bro.
I jumped out of my seat. Did you ever watch that documentary, Superman Lives?
Yeah, man.
So, dude, okay, look, I love Tim Burton. I love Tim Burton. I love Kevin Smith. So everything about that I loved. And then I love that they freaking did the spider. Freaking John Peters fucking big spider. Oh, that was so good. Like
so good, man. So good.
I was like, but let me throw it to you, man. Overall, man, I had a really good time, and it sucks that I don't really approve of Ezra and their actions. B, the Flash is obviously failing, and C, we're not gonna get Batman Beyond, but I actually really liked it.
That's good. I'm glad you liked it. I liked it too, so I'm actually glad I'm not alone. I was like, yeah, there's a lot of people that don't like it, but for understandable reasons. And honestly, I could see the faults of the movie. The CG is horrible. The visuals are horrible. The VFX, in my opinion, there's no excuse for it to be that
Hey,
bad.
Leo, we had the Chrono Bowl looking like a bunch of Scorpion King faces, man. Like Scorpion
That
King
was horrible.
from the Mummy Returns, man.
Mummy Returns,
2002.
It looks so bad. I was like, what is this? Mannequin, weird looking, weird, strange, uncanny valley look they've got going on with the people in this.
It was like it was like waxy.
Waxy, it was like Madame Tussauds wax museum. I'm like, what's going on with this Speed Force look? I did not like that at all. I will say, you were using Zod as the villain. Why, dude? This is like a watered down version of the end of Man of Steel, so it was a little odd. But I really actually loved Michael Keaton coming to the movie. I thought he was great. I really loved, not only like you were saying, the acting in his cadence and even his expressions, everything. Also, just the way that his Batman, like like in combat. I love that they're using the grappling hook. I love that he used a batarang. I was like, oh shit, the batarang, bro! Like, it was super cool to see him using all the different tech and gadgets, and like, as Batman is a little bit more of a tactical fighter as opposed to Ben, who's like throwing dudes across the room. So I like this difference in style, and you see that with Ben too when he's on the motorcycle and taking on these goons. I really love that. Love that. The Gal cameo, I actually didn't mind it here because they were like, hey, the Justice League's here. I was like, okay. It adds up for me there. So it wasn't as jarring really, but I was like, I know that's about to be a trailer. It's like, trailer right there. Gal Gadot Wonder Woman coming up, and they're going to throw it right on YouTube. But anyway, man, I had a really fun time. I will say, for me, the biggest mistake was the villain. Why did we use Dark Flash? That was not a concept we should have introduced here. I think that it was not developed over the movies. So, like, okay, you have Dark Flash, which is this very interesting concept. And I actually think Dark Flash is a Wally West villain, but very interesting concept. Kind of similar, very similar, actually, to Savitar from the Flash TV show. Very similar. So, like, this cool concept of, like, okay, this Barry's version kept trying to save Batman and Supergirl. I actually really liked that in theory. I just think it was executed way too late in the movie, and it was just like, okay, this is our beacon to show everybody, like, here's all the universes, and I'm with you. So I'm gonna tell you, Lo, and this was my screening. The people got hype about the Christopher Reeve thing, and I did too initially.
Really?
But then I was kind of like, when I thought about it, I was like, ooh, like that was kind of. Like, and my whole thing is, I'm like, okay, well, if the state approved, I guess, but it's like you said, for me, my whole thing is they could have just shown clips. Like, you could have just shown clips of him flying through the air. Like,
right,
that
like
works.
like Across the Spider-Verse showed scenes from the Spider-Man film or Amazing Spider-Man. Yeah,
do that. Open up couple little pockets and stuff, and yeah, just have a clip of him flying. I think that's a better way to remember him by than making this weird CGI double. And I thought about that, and I was like, yeah, I don't really like that either. But like you, I love the Nicolas Cage. I was like, we got to see that brought to life, awesome. But it was the same. We also saw other Batman. Yeah, we saw Adam West briefly
for like a second, right? And
a second.
I don't know.
Second. Hey, what's going on, Isaac? Melting away in Sweden. It's hot over there.
Oh shoot!
Summer. Hot. It's good to see you, brother. Yeah, the clips would have been a better use of actually commemorating these, people who have passed away. So all in all, I had a really fun time. I actually really liked the beginning when he like started running and stuff. When they cut him off, even when he just started running, the music was like blasting, and like the visuals were like he was like this perspective shot of him like running through. I actually really like that, and I'm a big Flash fan. And I know me and Isaac's friend Brandon is a huge Flash fan, more so than myself. He did not like it, and I get it, but I really like this movie. I had a lot of fun, but let's talk about that ending real quick. Clooney as Batman coming back. What?
Hey, okay, hold up. Hot take. I loved it.
Really?
No, because look, my side of why I love it is okay, first of all, I am a Batman Forever defender. That's number one. So number one, I defend the hell out of Batman Forever. I
You
really
mean Batman and Robin?
No, I'm talking about Batman Forever. So
okay.
I grew up on. I had the VHS. I love Jim Carrey, so I was all about it. And then of course, Batman and Robin kind of turned me off of the whole thing. But I like this as a redemption arc. And honestly, number one, George Clooney is a great actor. Number two, what if this is a preview of Batman Brave and the Bold?
Oh no.
What you wouldn't see that? You couldn't see that?
Hell no. I really hope he is not going to be the Batman of that movie. Fuck no.
I think George Clooney is a good actor.
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna just throw that out there. I think George Clooney is a good actor. So
yeah, certainly. But I was just like, well, for me at least, I'm sorry.
Hey, hold up.
I just was like, man, I don't know, man.
Also, Kit fact check me. Am I tripping, or did Ezra say, "Who the fuck are you?"
Dude, so I only saw the CinemaCon cut. I didn't even see. He said, "Who are you?"
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm just curious. I thought I was tripping. I could have sworn he said it that way, but for me, it's like that's a perfectly good use of the F-bomb if they did it. So, like,
well,
most
if they did,
films get one, right? So,
yeah, if they did, then hell. And I'll be honest with you, I haven't even actually seen the Clooney cameo because, like, my cut was like he just steps out the car and it's like a foot, and he's like, "Who are you?" So I haven't even seen it, but. Oh, okay, yeah, he did say who the F is this. I'm gonna be real with y'all. I just checked it out real quick. Oh, the opening to me felt like an actual exactly. Like the opening, like I would say that first like 10 minutes of him just like running through, and even the girls like interrupting and like him running through to the next city. I love that. Like I was like, this is like. And I'm not gonna lie, I felt that most of the movie. I will say we're comparing the Flash TV show to the movie, and I'm like, oh no, we lost Loretto, y'all. I was hoping that Clooney would pull out the Bat credit card. I mean, like he might as well as clean it. He was looking. Oof, 80 to 86 Fahrenheit. Oof. Isaac. Lo, you good?
yeah, man. I don't know. I was having like my stuff was tripping, but do I sound okay?
Yeah, a little bit of crackling, but otherwise, yeah, definitely. Can hear you. Uh-oh, look. You over on Isaac's side. Come on now. Yeah, he was like, "Who the fuck is this?" I was like, "Oh
Yeah,
shit!" I don't think he's. I think he just said, "Who are you?" in our cut.
I'm not gonna lie, I was cracking up, and then it literally just cuts away, and I'm just like, "What the fuck? That's the end." Look.
So like in mine, it was like a foot coming out the car, and he was like, "Who are you?" And it was just like, boom, cut. We didn't even get the post credit, which. Who cares? Like
I know, hey,
drunk
so
Aquaman fucking stumbling around, really.
yeah, and honestly, I think that confused me because I was like, okay, look, if George Clooney's Batman, and then we still have Jason Momoa, I was just like, so he's in the wrong universe, kind of like Miles, I guess, like, and what the fuck, we get Jason Momoa, but we get George Clooney, like, I don't want to go into the specifics of it, but
yeah, I don't know, man. I'll be honest with you.
Tyler and Laser, man. Oh,
yeah. Dark Flash got low.
oh, and then the Fly took me off screen. Laser, he got me. That fucking thing.
But yeah, man, the Flash. I finished out at an 8.5 out of 10. I liked it a lot. I had a lot of fun. I liked the running. The only thing I really didn't like was Zod as the villain again. I was like, like the whole villain They kind of
So-
missed me on that.
Before my technical issues, I actually wanted to ask you, like, it kind of felt like Michael Shannon was just phoning that in, like
Hanging out.
he probably,
he was showing up hanging out.
and the way they CG'd it, it's like, was he on a Zoom call and he just recorded his lines? Like, you know,
who
like,
knows? Who knows, man? It was like, what?
oh man.
But yeah, man. I mean, weird one, man. But you saw Asteroid City? I still haven't seen it, man. Too many.
I did. I mean, did you? I mean, we could talk about Secret Invasion. I think if you wanted. To
Yeah,
start with
yeah,
that.
we could talk Secret Invasion. That was. What'd you think about that, man? I mean, I really liked it. I caught it a couple weeks ago. And so far I've seen the first two. Those were the first two came out, right? Already? The first two? Or just the
Wait.
one?
Did this? I think for us, it's just the one.
Okay, we'll just stay with the one then.
Okay.
But I was like, oops.
So, dude, I'm gonna be honest. I was watching it up until 5 minutes before we got onto the stream. So,
oh wow.
Yeah, super fresh in my brain. I didn't get it. I was working Wednesday night. I was working late at the bar. So, but yeah, dude, you know, everything about this film just screams like cinematic production. And you know what's funny is like, I know somewhere on the internet there's some idiot like, Marvel's back, baby. It's like, okay, look, Marvel never left. It's just y'all weren't ready. Y'all weren't like patient to get through the She-Hulk Quantumania stuff. And not that those were great by any means, but look, Secret Invasion was awesome. And I think it was everything we wanted Falcon and the Winter Soldier to be.
Yes.
The tone, the grittiness, the espionage. Dude. That's what I wanted from Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It's my least favorite MCU show, to be honest. I liked She-Hulk more than that. But yeah, I'm loving it. It was really nice to see all the characters return. Ben Mendelsohn, man, he's so damn good, man. And it's just really cool to see him also just, you know, be his human form as well. I know he was as Talos in Captain Marvel a lot. So Emilia Clarke, of course, was wonderful to see. And I'm really curious to see their dynamic develop because they were great when they played off each other.
So great. I'm going to tell you, man, her presence, just her, man. She's freaking awesome, man. Her delivery, her expressions, man. She's just larger than life in every role she's in. I love seeing Danny back, bro. Like, I love it. Like, she's back in a main, and it feels to me like she's comfortable. Like, I'm like, she's done this. She knows this. I love it, man.
Hey, so, guys, I'm not going to spoil. I'm actually going to talk to... Where's this coming from, Laser?
I don't know, Leo, man. Are you?
So, Leo, we'll do a spoiler discussion after the show, man. But all I will say is the first episode left me pretty upset. But also, I want to say this as well.
Same.
Twitter spoiled for me. So screw you, whoever spoiled on Twitter. It would have hit me a lot harder. But
it messed me up when I saw it. I was like, whoa.
Yeah. No, I was torn up because I wasn't sure where this show was heading. But I mean, this show is for real. There's stakes, and I'm excited. I can't wait to see where this ends up. So.
Oh gosh, Isaac, thanks for popping by, my friend. Yeah, get the kids in some good shade, man, because this sounds hot as hell over there. What the heck, Marvel? Yeah, you know, I really liked it a lot as well. I loved it personally. I was like, we're back in what we've wanted more of, the espionage, Winter Soldier style espionage Marvel. We're back. Feels good. Doesn't feel like Black Widow where it felt too late. Like, nah, this feels right on time. Samuel L. Jackson is eating this shit up. And also, so is Ben Mendelsohn, and the two of them together. Oh, dude, that's so good, bro.
Shouts out Olivia Colman, too.
Yeah, Olivia Colman. She's great. And I think have we seen Gravik?
Briefly. He doesn't say anything.
Okay.
At least in the first episode.
Let me pull back. Well, the end. Yeah, he didn't even.
He doesn't say anything.
Yeah. But we saw him, and man, Kingsley Benadir killing it, man, killing it so far. And yeah, I very surprised by that ending. Very surprised. I was like, wow, okay. And even some of the other episode choices, and I love how they've integrated the Skrulls in a way that's believable, in a way that really has you like wondering, like, okay, well, which of them is a Skrull? Like, it really has you confused off the bat. So I love that. There's this mystery element to it. it's got a tone that really the MCU really needed, and it just delivers, bro. It's this like gritty, dark espionage type, thriller type Marvel that we've wanted for a while. So loved it, man. Loved it. Joe Son. See you, my friend.
I don't know what he's doing at this point.
Right,
but,
all right.
get it in, man. Yeah, and I'm excited. I can't wait for Wednesday. So
yeah, man, I can't wait to watch the rest of this series, bro. But my man, Loretto, let the people know where they can find you and what's coming up in your world, bro.
all right, man. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Letterboxd at Marcellus Durden. I forgot what I was going to say for like 2 seconds, but I'm a proud editor, reviewer, and critic for the Cinema Spot. Check us out at thecinemaspot.com. I didn't realize this. I actually have access to the Tribeca films for another week or two. So I'm going to try to watch a few more Tribeca New York Film Festival films. I'm going to compile it together in like a top, Tribeca moments article. So keep an eye out for that. And I'm also going to review Asteroid City. I haven't written it yet. I'm going to try to write it tonight, but I did see Asteroid City as a big Wes Anderson film. It's not my favorite, but it's very enjoyable. It's very funny. Keep an eye out for an Asteroid City review on the Cinema Spot, on all socials at the Cinema Spot, and of course, thecinemaspot.com.
Let's go, baby. Thecinemaspot.com. Go follow him over at Marcellus Durden on Twitter, guys. Appreciate that, Lo. Guys, y'all already know. Come on over to the main channel. We got some content coming up tomorrow. I will have my review for My Adventures with Superman. The first 7 episodes of that was I can't say anything, to be honest. I actually can't. But guys, come on over to the channel for that. And then Indiana Jones got a review coming out for that as well. And a review and reaction coming out for Nimona coming out this week. So definitely come on over to the channel, guys. Y'all already know where to find us. Geekly Goods on the main channel. And come on back to this one next week, y'all. So we can talk some more news. And we appreciate y'all pulling up. And we'll see you next time on Geekly Goods, baby.